Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to go ahead and show everybody kind of my methods for getting a fire started and some of the things I have to do. You know, keeping in mind, one, today it's extra cold. It is, it's actually Thanksgiving Day. But anyways, and we're also at elevation, about 4,400 feet. So we got to make sure we have a good fire, strong fire, compensate for the lack of efficiency with our fuel, with our wood, with lack of oxygen, but also compensate for the colder air. Make sure we can get the metal on this thing heated up, get the airflow inside the cook chamber hot as well, and keep it hot. So what I always like to start with is just some fat wood, and I just kind of put it in here, and I build it just kind of as a square inside of here. That's kind of my foundation. I like fat wood, one, because it's natural, it's just wood, and I get fat wood that doesn't have any chemicals or lacquer on it or anything like that. It's just wood. Everything I put in here is just wood. I don't put any chemicals in here, no starter lighter fluid, anything like that. Just wood. Sometimes I'll use paper if I need to, but I find that fat wood is really good just because it burns it lights easily, but also it burns for about 15 minutes to get all the logs fired up and going. And then I'll kind of usually put a few small pieces of oak in here, just if I have them laying around. Just throw them in the middle. They're not really good for anything else, so just put them in there for this. And then we'll just start kind of building a pile up. So I usually try to put the bigger pieces on the bottom, so you can get that bigger base put up, and then just kind of build almost like a little Lincoln log kind of house type setup. So just put them like that. Put another one in here like that. I also try to use pieces of wood that are usually bigger. Sometimes it'll be like a whole piece that was too small to split, just because pieces like these are going to take longer to burn, and they're just going to kind of be in here for longer and really get the heat up in here and burn for a while. Usually I like to kind of get my meat prepared while this is coming up to temp at the same time. That way I can kind of kill two birds with one stone, but also keep this going. And then kind of once it starts to die down a little bit in here, I'll kind of throw a few more pieces on just to kind of check to see how things are going, see how quickly the wood's relighting, check to see how it affects temperature for that day. Just kind of get a feel for how wood is, and you kind of have to get a feel for wood in general when you're using it. When you pick up a piece, you want to feel it. If it feels extra heavy, then it's probably a dense piece that's going to take longer to light. May not want to use that when you're cooking meat that's unwrapped. But if it's a lighter piece, it's going to light quickly. It's going to produce heat quickly. It's not going to smolder. It's going to make you have good clean smoke. That you may want to use while the meat's unwrapped. Once it's wrapped, it doesn't really matter with the quality of wood. And also getting it started in the morning doesn't really matter either as much. So you can use those denser pieces for the morning time and post wrap. Again, another thing too with the way that we do this, smokestack up there, that's what we pay attention to. Never put a piece of meat in that until that smokestack is producing clear smoke. Don't throw meat in there when it's just puffing up black smoke. Never a good thing. So we always want to start with good clean smoke. That smoke that hits your meat for that first 30 minutes or so, that's going to be your flavor. Once that smoke hits that meat, if it's bad smoke, it's going to produce bad flavor, and it's not going to go away, and you're going to pretty much ruin your meat right off the bat. So always start with that good clean smoke to make sure that everything tastes good and you have the good flavor you're just building on top of. Next, just pull out the trusty blowtorch. Just light the plywood. then just leave the door open, get as much oxygen going there through there as possible. But that's pretty much it.